Hey guys, today I am going to be doing a full face of MUA. I have wanted to do this for such a long time. MUA is or Makeup Academy, depending on what you want to call it, is one of my favourite brands ever for affordable makeup, and you can get it in Superdrug or you can get it like on their website worldwide. It's really, really affordable, like everything pretty much. I mean, I think palettes are about £4. You can get most things for like sub £10, sub £5. My dog is also sat in the background there, so if you hear like weird licking noises, she's currently like cleaning her paws. So yeah, it's not me. Yeah, so I really love this brand. I've really loved it for a long time. I feel like I've kind of been there from the start. I remember when it first came into Superdrug, I remember being like liking their Facebook page and being like the first like 500 people to like it or something, and there was like a cool promo code or something, and I was so excited and bought. Okay, sorry about that, just had to let the dog out because she decided that she no longer wanted to sit with me and watch me film. Oh, and now the clouds are moving, so now we've got blue skies instead, so the lighting's changing. Yeah, what I was saying was that basically I remember when they had their first like 1,000 people like her Facebook, and there was this promo code to use, and it was like 10% off or something small, I think. But I was so excited. I think you got like a free eyeshadow palette. I bought like so much, so I bought so much stuff, but it didn't cost me very much because it was so affordable, and that's what was really great about it. So yeah, anyway, let's stop chatting and get into it. I haven't got a primer, so I'm just not gonna prime. I've got loads of new products that I've never used before. I've got a new foundation. It's the MUA Skin Define Matte Perfect foundation with vitamin E and is it jojoba or jojoba? I don't know which one it is, but this is apparently going to be really good for shine control, and I got it in the shade Ivory Flush, although I don't think there were any testers, so I don't know if this is going to be the right shade or not. So I have also picked up my Body Shop lightening drops just in case it's not quite the right shade. So yeah, quite a lot of things are new, so I'll kind of just give you a quick first impressions as we go. I also have quite a few of their brushes, and I really like their brushes as well. They're very affordable, so I'm going to use as many of those as I can as we go. And here we go. So first of all, I'm going to use this foundation and the MUA F13, which I think is a contour brush, but I just use it for foundation. I don't really like it for contour. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. I don't know, we'll try the colour. I don't think it looks too bad, maybe a little bit dark. Consistency is kind of quite liquidy. And I'd say it's quite full coverage. Okay, so that's the foundation done. I would say it was really hard to blend. Colour match is okay, slightly pinky toned, like a little bit more pinky toned than I would normally go for, but it really set in quite quickly. It looks quite watery, like more liquidy in like on the back of my hand, but as soon as I put it on, it like went quite, I don't want to say moussey, but it was very stiff and hard to kind of move and blend. I think partially it might have been the brush, because I don't use this brush very often, although it's a good brush, I've used it before. But yeah, that is the foundation. I would say it's pretty full coverage. I'm quite impressed with it. It's covered quite a few blemishes and things that I know I have, and some scarring and stuff. It hasn't clung to any like baby hairs on my face or anything, so overall I quite like this foundation so far. Next on to concealer. I just picked up the Cover and Conceal. This is just like their basic, sorry my table's leaning on the camera, let's move that away. It's just like their basic, really cheap concealer. I think it was like £1 or £2. I feel like the foundation was £4. Everything was on 3 for 2 when I picked it up in Superdrug as well. I got this in the shade Light. I've just realised that the reason that I didn't get a primer is because there just weren't any primers. They'd all sold out and there were none in Superdrug. So yeah, this is a really light primer, but concealer, but I thought I could kind of use it as like a highlighty concealer. Not super high coverage, as I'm kind of seeing by now. And the brush applicator is like a little doe foot, and it is like the smallest doe foot applicator I've ever seen. So to blend that out, I am going to take their F16, which is like a brush that is to blend out concealer. So yeah, concealer blended in. For the price, I think it's a very good concealer, but like in terms of concealer, it's not very good, if you know what I mean. It's okay, it kind of did the job, it's kind of highlighted a little bit, but it's not very full coverage, so I'm not sure if I'd recommend this one. But if you really need a cheap concealer, the light shade is very pale as well, so if you are very, very pale, I would recommend trying this out. But I think there are far better ones for kind of £3 or £4 in, you know, Superdrug, Boots, like Collection 2000 do a really good one, or I'm not sure how much the Maybelline Fit Me one is, but that's very good, and the same with the Maybelline eye eraser thing, that's very good if you want to spend a little bit more again. But yeah, okay, not amazing. Now to set all of my my base, I bought the MUA Skin Define Matte Perfect Loose Powder. This is from the same range as this. Yeah, this is from the same range as the foundation that I used, and I'm going to use it with the powder brush. I cannot remember what it is. I've used this so much and the number has rubbed off. Actually, I might need to turn this upside down because this is brand new, so I haven't used it before. So there's no powder in the top. Hopefully that hasn't got too much out. There we go. So it's just a loose powder, like so. I think it's meant to be translucent, but it doesn't look very translucent, so we'll see. I'm just going to take their F6 blush brush to just set under my eyes quickly. Like so. So yeah, that is the powder, everything's set. I actually think this is a little bit pale, so we're going to have to bronze up a little bit, otherwise I may look a little bit scary. So I'm going to take the Bronze and Sculpt Contour Kit. I really love this, I've used this for ages, with the F12 brush that they do, that's kind of like a domed big face brush. I'm not even sure what it's like meant to be for, but I just like using it for this. The other day when I filmed, I was filming Get Ready With Me, and I went like this to do bronzer, and everyone said I looked like Chloe Grace Moretz. I do not see it, but apparently I do. And a little bit on the nose. This is just a really nice, quite a warm matte highlight. Bronze. They say it's a contour shade, and it kind of is, but it's a little bit warm for me, so I just tend to use it as more of a bronzer. It's very pigmented, so you do have to have quite a light hand. That's why I was going over it quite a lot, because I was just trying to have a really light hand and build it up. I swear I could put on like 5 layers of bronzer and the camera would still make me look pale as anything. But anyway, I'm looking very golden and bronzed in real life, even if the camera doesn't make me look like it. And then I'm going to use a highlight that's the top. It's like 2 parts. I'm going to use the highlight, and I'm going to apply that with the F11 highlight brush. This is my everyday highlighter brush. I think it's the best thing to apply highlight. It's just like a giant blending brush that you would use for your eye. So yes, that's that done. Next on to blush. I've got a new blusher. It's the MUA Pixel Perfect Multi Blush. I thought this looked so cool. Like, look at that. Is that not like the prettiest thing you have seen all day? It is in the shade Coral Spice, and I thought it was a little bit more like deeper pinky colours. I've got lots of like light pinky colours, and I'm going to take the F6 blush brush again with this. I'm really impressed actually with this. I was expecting to put my blush in it, my brush in it, and it just all go like powder everywhere, and it hasn't, so I think that it's really nice. Okay, I've just fixed the lighting a little bit, so hopefully you can now see the colours a bit better. Sorry about that, it was all a bit off. So yeah, really quite like that blush. I think that was a really nice shade actually. In fact, I really like that. My skin looks really nice right now. Not too matte, but I did put a lot of highlight on, so that's probably my own fault. For brows, this was the one I was a bit nervous about because I didn't really know what to do. They had some brow kits and things, but I didn't really fancy any of them because I know I've got like my holy grail product, and they didn't really do, or they did do something like it. I really love the Freedom Brow Pomade, but the ones that MUA have that were similar, they didn't have my shade in stock, so I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I didn't want to have to make an online order because you have to pay for shipping and everything for like one item. I didn't think it'd be worth it, or I probably would have bought the primer as well if I'd have done that. So I've gone back to what I used to use for my eyebrows, which is this single shadow from MUA in the shade shade 19, and it's a matte eyeshadow. It's a little bit dark, and I'm going to use the MUA Brow Define tinted brow mascara on top of that to set that. I'm going to try to apply this with their E7 brush, although it is very, very, very tiny, like kind of angled eyeliner brush, so I may get fed up with how long it takes and switch to something else, but I'll let you know if I do. So it's a little bit warm, but I think I can make it work, so we're going to go for it. And I'm just going to brush it through with the E5 brush. Like so. So they're just a little bit filled in, a little bit filler. I don't really like this here. This looks wrong. Yeah, like that. I don't actually really want to use this brow gel, but I'm just going to try it because I haven't used it in quite a while, so I thought I'd give it a go. I'm just going to wipe off quite a lot of excess because I seem to remember there being too much product on the brush, and very, very lightly brush through them. Because I don't know if you can tell, but it actually catches like any baby hairs around your eyebrows, so you may catch a hair that you don't want to be brown and it will make it brown, and then you'll look like you've got like crazy eyebrows. So yeah, that's my eyebrows done. I'm quite impressed with them, they don't look too bad. And now I'm going to move on to eyes. I'm going to take the Pro Base eye primer. I used to be obsessed with this when it first came out. Then they changed the formula, didn't like it, and I think this is the same as the new formula. I don't think they've gone back, but I'll give it a go and I'll let you know what I think. Okay, and so for my eye makeup, I have 3 palettes to choose from. I have so many MUA palettes, but I couldn't find them. So I've got the Undress Me 2, the Undress Me Original, and the Romantic Efflorescence palette, which was one I've been using a lot lately. I think I'm going to mix it up between them because on both of these two, the lightest matte shades are completely used up, and I think I want to use the Undress Me palette, but I'm going to have to use one of the shades, a couple of shades from this one too, so I'll just let you know which ones I'm using. I'm definitely going to start with the first shade here, which is called Mesmeric, and then I'll probably move on to the other palette to do the rest of my eyes. So I'll just zoom you guys in so you can have a better view on what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll be honest with you, I don't really like the MUA eye brushes. I own pretty much all of them, and I'm just trying to find them here for you. And I just have never found that they have been that amazing. So I've got them, but I'm not going to use them. I use the E1, which is like the base shadow brush. I use that as a lip brush, and the rest of them are just like okay. I think they've updated them a little bit since when I got them. I got them quite a while ago, but I have the F14, which I've literally like never used. But yeah, they're okay, but they're nothing amazing, and I think Eco Tools do much better eye brushes, so that's what I'm going to use. Now onto the Undress Me palette. This is so beaten up. This one, I got this when it first came out, and I've bought a replacement one since, but I can't find the replacement, so we're using this one today. Look, it's even got the new sticker on. Literally, I bought this so long ago. So yes, this is what it is. It's a naked palette dupe basically, so if you have a naked palette you can just use that. Because I'm doing a one brand tutorial, we're going to use one brand. So I'm going to take, what am I going to take? I'm going to start off by taking this one here, which is shade 3, and I'm just going to put that through the crease. It's just a matte kind of light brown. Okay, and now I'm going to take the one that would be smog, this like nice browny goldeny one, which is shade 7, and I'm going to put that on my outer half of my eye and just like blend it across, like with being really intense on the outer bit and just blend it across so it's really nice, kind of smoky, that kind of a thing. And get rid of the fallout. there ever being that much fallout. It might just be the brush because I've got quite a lot on the brush before I like put it on my eyes. Just taking the brush I used with the light matte brown shade and just gonna kind of blend out the colour into the crease. Then I'm going to take the second matte shade in the palette, this one shade, is it shade 5? Yeah, I think it's shade 5, on the same blending brush that I used. And I'm just going to put this in my crease. Just wipe it off on the back of my hand if I feel like it's gone too intense, which I think it has. So I can just kind of blend the edges out a little bit more, soften it up. These colours are really amazing if you've got blue eyes, as you can see. I think it's really making mine pop and I really love it. So I'm not going to do too much more on the eyes. I'm literally just going to like make sure it's all blended nicely, which I think it is. And I do want to put a little bit on my lower lash line, so I'm just going to take just an eyeshadow brush and put some of the smog colour, this colour down here, on the edge of the brush and just run it along my lower lash line. And now, and I've got a new mascara as well. I went for the Eye Define Nourish and Care Volume. This is like the green one, and I've never tried this before. I've tried MUA mascaras before in the past and they've always been really, really good. So I've got high hopes for this. It's got a big bristly brush and I'm looking for some good volume. And there we go. I think this mascara is pretty good actually on first impressions. We'll see how it lasts. And yeah, I can't really comment on it like too much straight away, so we'll have to see how it lasts. And yeah. Okay, now for lips. I've actually got a lip primer. It's called the Pout Prime Soothing Lip Primer, so we'll just put some of that on. I'm going to be wearing quite a dark shade, so I purposely put some foundation over my lips to kind of wipe them out so that I can start fresh, and I'm going to use a lip primer as well. I'm not a lip primer, I've just used a lip primer. A lip liner is what I meant to say. I've got this one in Brooding Plum. So I'm going to get started lining my lips, and I'm really bad at doing this, so don't judge. Okay, so that is the best attempt you're going to get out of me. I don't think that the primer going with it was the best idea because it really just made the lip liner a little bit slidey. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But for my lips, I'm going to be using their original formula lipstick in shade 1. Okay, so that is the lips done. I feel like this is really like gonna slide off as soon as I touch it, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I thought the primer would really like lock it in place, so I don't really know. But I'll zoom you out so you can get a better look. So yes, this is the finished full face of MUA look. I'm not very matte, which I don't know. At first I thought, oh yeah, it's probably just because I've highlighted a lot, but really like I didn't put highlight here and I'm not very matte. I feel quite cakey as well looking at the foundation. I'm not too sure about it, but we will see how it wears, I suppose, and I'll give you guys just a little notes in the description if you're interested in how this lasted, because this video is going to be far too long for me to do clips throughout the day letting you know how I get on wearing it. But yeah, I really enjoy this brand. For the price, I think it's pretty exceptional. And I hope you guys have enjoyed, and don't forget to obviously subscribe because I am uploading every single day on the run up to Christmas, and so you don't want to miss any videos, obviously. So hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see another one brand tutorial, and also let me know if there are any brands you want me to do a one brand tutorial on. Obviously I'm not going to do like one on like Urban Decay or MAC because that would cost me a fortune, but I'm thinking maybe Freedom, Makeup Revolution, that kind of a thing. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!